Welcome to Knicks Home Court with your host. My name is Greg Armstrong. This is episode number 15. I'm just going to quickly analyze the Knicks' first game of the season against the Cavaliers. You want the good news or the bad news? All right, let's start with the good news. The good news is that we don't have to play the Cavaliers 81 more times. The bad news is we lost by 29 points. Yes, 29 points. Now let's get to the game. The Knicks started off the game pretty good. You know, they were moving the ball. They looked good. You know, they looked sharp. Like most teams, when they start the season, you know, in the first game, they were sticking to the game plan, and there was a lot of good ball movement and things like that. I really was appreciative to that. I really liked to see the ball movement. Melo started out hot. He was hitting a lot of shots. He was at one time he was 5 of 7. He had 12 of the Knicks' first 16 points, which I don't like when I see stuff like that. When Melo starts off and he's hitting all the shots, and I don't like to see that. Not necessarily, you know. But it's all right. He was hot. He was 5 out of 7. I mean, that's really efficient. You can't knock that. So, you know, can't be mad at that. I didn't know that was going to be signs of things to come. So again, Knicks were turning the ball over. I think they had 12 turnovers midway through the second quarter. That's ridiculous. But again, when you got new teammates and there was a lot of fumbling, a lot of Derrick Rose had a lot of turnovers because he was trying to make things happen. You know, he's still adjusting to his new body, basically. And if you know what I mean, if you understand what I mean, is he can't jump like he used to. So when he gets into the lane, he's so used to jumping and then making a move. He does this like jump step thing, and then he tries to score from there. Only thing is he doesn't have that same explosiveness. So when he does this move, you know, he's not getting off the ground like that. He's easier to stop. And in a couple of times, I've seen a few times in this game where he turned the ball over doing that. You have to excuse me, I'm driving home. One positive note I noticed about the Knicks, and I said this in earlier podcasts, the Knicks are going to be the type of team that's going to be able to score in bunches. They're going to run the floor. If the Knicks make some stops, they're going to be able to score in bunches. Teams are going to have to get back on D against the Knicks. The one negative, though, is that I still think their half-court offense is not great. They're still learning how learning each other's game and things like that. One thing about the Knicks, like I said, if you can stop the Knicks, if you can score on the Knicks and stop them from running, the Knicks are going to have some problems right now until they start to really learn how to execute a lot better in the half court. Right now, their half court execution is still a work in progress. I got to say there's another positive point. I think that Justin Holiday looked good. He surprisingly looked good and got more minutes than I thought. Derrick Rose actually looked good. You know, he was penetrating. He was doing some good scoring. Derrick Rose, for the most part, I think he played well. I think Melo played well until Melo started doing Melo shit. I love Melo. I'm Melo's biggest fan. But he started doing some Melo shit, especially, you know, what the Knicks need to do from this game is take a page out of the Cavaliers' book. Cavaliers built the lead on the Knicks with good defense and timely three-point shots. Once they locked in on the Knicks in the third quarter and started hitting their threes, the game was over. And the Knicks tried to make a comeback, but the way they tried to make the comeback is the worst way, is the way they got the lead. the way that Cleveland got the lead is basically by they just stopped moving the ball. They just stopped moving the ball. They started going one-on-one or taking quick shots. Now, Hornacek wants you to move the ball up the court and take quick shots every now and then, but they have to be within the system, within ball movement, off of ball movement, not just coming down and hoisting up a shot. That's not what he's looking for. That's not what the Knicks need to be doing. What the Knicks need to be doing is coming down, maybe setting a quick pick, a pick and pop, good shots off of good passes, not coming down and just pulling up. You can do that every now and then, but you shouldn't be doing that too much in the game. And I noticed that when the Knicks, once the Knicks started losing by a lot of points, they started doing that. They started hoisting up shots and one pass shot. I mean, there was one sequence when the Knicks came down, one pass shot. I think one pass to Melo shot. He missed. Cleveland came down and they passed the ball 4 times before they took a shot. And I'm sorry, but that's how you got to do it. The ball moves far quicker than the man. It moves far quicker than someone dribbling the ball, trying to do some kind of one-on-one play. No. It makes it's much better to pass the ball. And once you pass the ball, you move your body, you move your man, you make your cuts, you do what you have to do, and then you get a good open shot. Or you get the defense out of position. Some defenses fall apart after 2 or 3 passes. The Knicks, unfortunately, are one of those kind of defenses. The Knicks, let me tell you, the Knicks defense right now is atrocious. It has potential, but right now the Knicks defense isn't good. It's a lot of breakdowns, a lot of open 3-point shots, which I never understand. 3 is worth more than 2 at this point. I think we need to. Porzingis is also guilty of it. Look, stay on your man, because these teams like Cleveland, of course, teams like Houston, teams like Golden State, they actually would rather to shoot the 3-point shot than make layups. Teams like that rather shoot threes and make threes than go to the hole. Trust me. All they do is go and kick it out. That's what they do. That's how they play. So you need Porzingis, Melo. I mean, there was times where there wasn't a player even nowhere near him, near the 3-point shooter. That's just unacceptable, man. But there's other good news. It's the first game. And no matter what happened in this game, you're going to be able to say it's the first game of the season. It's the first game of the season. Excuse me. Oh, God. The Knicks were not expected to win this game. There's no other way to look at it. The Knicks were not expected to win this game. They were not expected to lose by 29. But you got to understand, if you look at the Cavaliers' body language, they took this game far more serious than a lot of teams when they win the championship. They went about their business the right way tonight. I can't knock them. And then you've noticed once the Cleveland Cavaliers turned up the defense, the Knicks offense became stagnant. And people don't understand is once your offense becomes stagnant, once you're not moving the ball, it makes it easy for teams to play defense. I don't think you understand that. When you're not moving the ball, all I got to do is stand. I can play defense for the Cavaliers if the Knicks are not going to pass the ball. If Melo's going to come up and shoot 3-pointers, I can just stand there. I can stand on the court and do nothing. You know what I mean? It's really easy to play defense against an offense that doesn't move the ball. Because, I mean, basically what happens is when you're letting just one player shoot or you're not moving the ball. See, I don't mind Melo shooting. I don't mind Melo shooting 50 times. I just want to see Melo shooting off of action. I want to see Melo get his shot off of action, off of a pass, off of a pick. Not dribbling, standing there, faking, oh, let me pull up and shoot. No. That's not good offense. Same thing with Derrick Rose. I don't want to see Derrick Rose dancing and then trying to score. No. That's not really good offense. It may work, and superior offensive players can make that work, yes. I mean, Kyrie Irving does it all the time. But that's really not good offense. Good offense is off of a pass, off of a cut, off of a pick. That the Knicks need to do more of that. And the better teams in the league do a lot of that. Cleveland built their league. They built their lead through execution and defense. Offensive execution and defense is how they built their lead. The Knicks tried to come back by going one-on-one. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. One-on-one and no defense. One shot, you're coming down and you're shooting one shot, and the other team is coming down, taking 4 passes, hitting a 3. Before you know it, you're losing more and more, and by more and more and more. So, but again, there's no reason to be alarmed or be upset. They lost to the champions. They lost to the best team in the NBA. And what I mean by that is they won a championship. Until they lose a championship, they're the best team in the NBA. And the Knicks lost to them. Whoop-de-damn-do. You had to expect that to happen. I mean, I was wishing and hoping for the best, but let's be real. Cleveland's a very good team, and they played well tonight, and they moved the ball. LeBron had a triple-double, an easy triple-double. Porzingis played okay. I still think the Knicks need to figure out a way to get him the ball more often and get him the ball in a position to score. I just don't want Porzingis running up and down the court. He shouldn't, a player of that good offensive skill should not run up the court 5 times without getting the ball, at least in a position to score. Maybe he doesn't have to take the shot, but at least be in a position to take a shot. And I noticed he'll be running up and down the court. He got to get frustrated. There was one time I saw him be aggressive, and he's going to have to start doing this more often. He came down and he posted his man up. He posted Kevin Love up, and it was like, I am not moving. And there was another time he posted up, and Melo was right there. Melo had it. Melo could have gave it. He had the whole left side open, and Melo did not give him the ball. And that's not good, Carmelo. I'm sorry. I'm a fan of yours, but that's not good. But again, those are old habits. They need to be broken. You know, it's just the first game of the season. You know, and they have to get better at running. But other than that, we have a game on Saturday. They can get at least 1 or 2 practices in. And they're playing lesser opponent, obviously. And maybe they could do better. I believe they will. This was a tough spot for the Knicks to win. And they started out good, and you saw the talent. They went mano a mano. You saw it. They did. But what happens, they got overwhelmed by a team that's going to play defense. So anyway, I just wanted to analyze the first game. This has been episode 14, a very short episode. You can find Knicks Home Court on iTunes under Life Culture Sports. You can also find Knicks Home Court on YouTube under that title, Knicks Home Court. You can also find Knicks Home Court on SoundCloud under Life Culture Sports. Or you can go to the website, lifeculturesports.com/Knicks Home Court. It's been real. I don't know how many I'm going to do after the game. I just felt like it's the first game of the season. I wanted to get one out there and analyze it. I'm going to analyze quite a few games this year. It won't be every game, but I will analyze a lot of the games this year. So anyway, Knicks fans, come off the ledge. It's just one game. We'll be all right. We just lost to the champions. It's all good. Y'all take care. Peace.